quit drinking recently. Except shots. I take shots for the same reason that I play pickup basketball. I really love high fives. I love high fives so much, it's kind of got to the point where like sometimes after sex, I'll be like, hey, good game. Good work out there. Really love what you're doing, really good energy, keep that up. And then after I play basketball, I'll be like, is that okay? Is that good for you? Did you finish? Just finish basketball, like by the rim. And rim also could be a sex word. So, I don't know, that's not really part of the bit, I just thought of that. I, like, genuinely do not drink, so I, like, 3 glasses of wine, that's a lot for me. If you close the curtain in the back, this is gonna be a weird set. Like, this is gonna be a little bit weird. Like, you know how Clara's, like, very polished and, like, Seinfeld, just, like, perfect jokes one after another? Yeah, that's not what this is gonna be. This is gonna be a little bit different, okay? What's up? I grew up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Thank you. Yeah, growing up, all my friends, it was all black kids and Jewish kids who thought they were black. And then I moved to Burlington, Vermont, where I went to college, and all my friends there were bisexual white women. So, like, because that combination of peoples, or like that combination of influences on me, I think I talk a little funny. Like, I'll say weird sentences. Like, I'll say things like, yo, bro, I fuck with David Sedaris heavy, bro. David Sedaris is my fucking dude. No, I really do talk like that. Like the other day, I was driving in the car, and I was listening to Olivia Rodrigo, the song "Good for You," and I was fully by myself, no one in the car with me. There was just one line in the song that hit me, and I just went, that's a bar right there. To no one. I said that out loud to no one. I don't even like know if the first part of the joke makes sense. Like, do all bisexual white women love David Sedaris?
Yes.
No.
Whoa! Okay. Whoa! Controversial here. Oh, okay. Who said yes?
I mean, I did.
Okay. Who said no? You're the first person to say no to that joke, because I keep on doing this second part of the bit where I'm like, I don't even know if that's true, and then every time I do it, there's one person in the audience that's like, yes! I speak for all of us. We all love him, our king. So David. And this is the first time, I guess, okay, you were not a monolith. I apologize. I do know that one particular bisexual white woman who I was dating in college gave me a David Sedaris book. That's how I was introduced to him. And she gave me his book, Me Talk Pretty, one day. And she had it all marked up, like stuff underlined and highlighted. There's one page where she had a few sentences underlined, and then next to it she wrote sarcasm, question mark. I don't think she got David Sedaris. I don't think she understood that book at all. No, I actually did quit drinking. That I was like, I'll do anything for a comedy show. But I did quit. It's not what you think, though. I'm not like an alcoholic or anything. So if you're in recovery, I just want you to know I am stronger than you. Weak in comparison. I'm kidding. If you are, please don't relapse because I said that. Could you imagine if I was, though? Like if I was a recovering alcoholic and I was like, I'll risk a relapse for a bit. Yeah, I could just drink grape juice and everyone would think it's the same, but I'll risk it. No, it's actually far more embarrassing. I just have like a weak stomach. So like I'll talk to other people who don't drink and they'll be like, yeah, I'm sober because like, when I used to drink, like, I couldn't stop drinking. And I'll be like, yeah, no, when I used to drink, I couldn't stop shitting. They'll be like, yeah, I would just, like, get drunk, and, like, every time I got drunk, I would, like, throw a stool at the wall or, like, punch someone. And I'm like, yeah, no, every time I got drunk, my tummy would hurt. A little tummy ache. Oh, my shirt starts to get a little tight. So, yeah, I'm just, like, too Jewish for alcohol, is what I'm what else do I want to talk about? I don't even remember. I've never had a threesome. The closest I've ever come to having a threesome is having sex with one person. And that was pretty cool. No, I can only imagine it gets better. Unless it's like a Spider-Man 2 versus Spider-Man 3 kind of thing, where like 2 is better than 3. Alright, that's new. I just thought of that just now, so I know that doesn't work. Spider-Man crowd, okay. For those of you that know me, I changed something about my physical appearance recently. I pierced my urethra. Super painful. It's a terrible decision. I haven't peed in weeks. I dyed my hair blonde. That's what I did. And you know, a lot of people since I dyed my hair have been asking me, why did you do that? And I know what they mean to say is, wow, that looks really good. But I understand that words are hard. I understand. No, I did it like for attention, obviously. I didn't even do anything. What kind of a question is that? You know, people ask me, I do get more attention, mostly, by being hit on by men, which I'm not into, but I am flattered by. I haven't had people think I was gay this much since I was in middle school. I did a roast with Clara recently, and one of the judges said, queer people are the best at roasting each other. And, like, it's the first time I've ever been called gay as a compliment at a roast battle. Like, I was not expecting that at all. No, a lot of people ask me a lot of questions now that I have bleached blonde hair. The question I get the most is, are you okay? And I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. I fought a bike the other day. Not a biker, a bike. I fought a mode of transportation, and I lost. I was riding a city bike, and I was trying to dock it, and it wouldn't dock. It just wouldn't go in. And I was getting so angry. I was like, you know what I'm talking about. I was getting so angry, and I was like throwing it on the ground. I punched it. My hand hurt for days after. I was kicking it. People walked by and stared at me like I'm their New York story now. They talk about me the same way I talk about the guy who had clearly shit himself on the subway before I got home. That's real. I don't even have a joke about that. I just got on the subway one time. It was late at night, and there were 4 people on the car. And one of them had clearly just shit his pants, and the other 3 were fine with it. Like, as soon as we got to the next stop, I moved to the other car. They did not. They were just like, yeah, it's a Tuesday. I could very easily avoid this smell by just moving over 20 feet, but what are you going to do? I haven't been having a lot of sex lately. I have not. The last time I had sex, so I was hooking up with this girl, and she went to get a condom for the sex, and she looked at it and she said out loud, very, very audibly so I could hear it, she said, oh no, this one's going to be a little too big. She did not need to say that. She did not need to say. She could have said it was expired. She could have just put it down. She didn't need to say that. And then she gave it to me. And I was like, okay, I'll put it on. I just need to get hard again first. And then she was like, it's okay if you can. And I was like, why did you bring me home? What are your expectations here? What do you want from me? No, I'm on the apps though. Doodle Jump, Angry Birds, Fruit Ninja. I play a lot of games to cope with my depression. I went through a breakup recently. My last girlfriend, she left me for another woman, which I always thought would be better than the alternative of being left for another man. But then I realized once it happened to me, I was like, oh, if it was another man, I could at least just be like, oh, well, fuck that guy. What does he have that I don't have? But with a girl, I'm just like, yeah, I kind of know what she has I don't have. There's no real way to compete with that. I've only dated bisexual women, all bisexual white women. I guess that's my type. And although some of them have been, as they describe themselves, ethnically ambiguous, which if you don't know is a word that white people use to say, hey, sometimes people think I'm not white. Because you never hear anyone say, yeah, I'm ethnically ambiguous. Sometimes people think I'm Swiss. Sometimes they think I'm from Finland. No, it's always like, yeah, I'm Jewish, but one time someone thought I was Puerto Rican. No, actually, I guess that's not true. I have not only dated bisexual women because my last girlfriend was a lesbian. So, variety. She came out to me recently, well, sort of. So I posted a clip of my stand-up where I had some jokes about our relationship and our breakup, and I guess she did not like these jokes because she texted me saying like, wow, I'm really glad we both got something out of a relationship. I gave you stand-up material and you helped me realize I was a lesbian. And then I was just like, oh, so you're a lesbian now? And then we haven't talked since. That's the whole conversation. That's the last thing I've said to her. I didn't know how to respond to that. Let me talk more about that wedding I was talking about earlier. Because it was really crazy. Like, I have not stopped thinking about it. It was fucking insane. There was a DJ there. Like, there was a 15-piece band and then a DJ after. Right? Like, most people choose one or the other. They're like, no, we're getting both. So there was this DJ, and he was really good. He played this EDM remix of Fix You by Coldplay, which is a lot like watching Manchester by the Sea in 3D. It's just like, yeah, I know this is supposed to, still getting sad. So the wedding, it was one of my brother's friends from college that got married, and for context, my brother is dead. And I don't know if you've ever been to a wedding. Yes, it's hilarious. I don't know if you've ever been to a wedding, but typically people will ask you, how do you know these people getting married? And so every time I would just be like, oh yeah, Gavin went to college with my brother. And they'd be like, oh, which one's your brother? And I'd be like, well, he's not here. And they'd be like, where is he? And I'd be like, he couldn't make it. And they'd be like, well, where is he? And I'd be like, hey, no one really knows for sure, actually. A lot of people have their theories, but no one really knows for sure. Although, like, then he got, he was mentioned in the best man speech because they were a very close group of friends, and that made it so much easier from that point on, for the rest of the weekend, because at that point I could just be like, they'd be like, how do you know these people? And I'd be like, remember that dead guy from the speech? That's why I'm here, because he couldn't make it. They've been really nice to me, all my brother's friends in college. I didn't really know them that well. He died when he was 20, so I hadn't known them for a long time. And they had known him for a long time, but they've been super nice to me since he died, and I really think it is just because I look so much like him. I look so much like my brother that, so when I was in college before I turned 21, I would use his ID to buy alcohol, and it was expired because, he's dead, so we never renewed it. And it was expired, but one time I went up to, I was at this liquor store, I was buying some beer, went to the counter, the guy looks at the ID, says, it's expired, so technically not allowed to sell to you, but I can tell that this is definitely you, so here you go. It was like, one, it was not me, okay, so you have poor judgment, and two, that's not how IDs work, at all. Like, it's not like, what, if I was like 16, you'd be like, well, you're technically 5 years under the legal drinking age, but this is you in the picture. Alright, I'll end with this. You guys remember before gay marriage was legal, how Republicans were always like, we legalize gay marriage, things are going to get so much worse in this country. And then we legalized gay marriage and things did get worse. And I don't think it's related, but it is weird. Like, what did they know? Was it a threat? I feel like it might have been a threat. And then, what was the biggest reason people had against gay marriage, It was that, if gay people get married, then people are going to want to marry and fuck animals. Which does not make sense. That logic does not track at all. But it does make me love the movie The Shape of Water. Because that somebody walked out of that theater like, I told you! I told you this was going to happen! We'll let them get married now to fucking fish people! I saw that movie with my dad. He had the exact same reaction to that movie that he did to Call Me By Your Name. At the end of both those movies, he turned to me and he said, that was a really beautiful film. He's not homophobic or anything. He's a really good guy. He does hate that I have a rose gold laptop though. So I don't know what that's about. All right. We got one more comment.